Imran Khan, The Fighter's Journey. Shoaib Stories, Part 2. Greatness is not created only on the field. Sometimes it is created in long nights of loneliness, in moments when the world stops clapping, and you suddenly face yourself. When Imran Khan retired from cricket, many people believed his story had ended. But real fighters don't retire. They transform. The silence after fame can be the loudest silence in a person's life. The applause is gone. The lights are gone. The spotlight moves to someone else. And for the first time in years, Imran was alone. No stadium, no cheers, no teammates. Only life, raw, real, and unforgiving. But sometimes, life removes your crown to prepare you for your character. And this chapter of Imran's life was all about character. Behind every public personality, there is a private human being, one who hurts, breaks, doubts, and questions. Imran Khan went through personal storms that were harder than any cricket match he ever played. Relationships struggled, friendships changed, life became unpredictable. People who once praised him began to question him. People who once stood with him stepped away. Hard days don't ask permission before entering. They simply enter. And during this period, Imran faced some of the toughest emotional battles of his life. But there is something special about people who have walked through real pain. They learn to stand alone. They learn to rebuild. They learn to survive. And that is exactly what Imran did. Even in darkness, some people search for light, and some people become the light. Imran Khan began focusing more on humanitarian work, visiting hospitals, supporting patient families, and raising funds for those who had no one to depend on. The cancer hospital wasn't just a building. It was a living promise, a reminder of his mother, a reminder of why pain can be transformed into purpose. Every time a patient walked out healed, every time a mother smiled with hope, every time a child received treatment because of charity, it became a victory greater than holding a trophy. Imran realized something profound. The biggest win in life is to reduce someone's pain. Life rarely moves in a straight line. It twists, it bends, it throws you off balance, and then watches how you respond. Imran Khan's journey ahead would be full of criticism, challenges, and pressure, not from opponents on a cricket pitch, but from life itself. He faced misunderstandings, public criticism, media pressure, emotional difficulties, and moments when everything seemed almost impossible. But the quiet boy from Lahore, the fighter of Melbourne, the dreamer who built a cancer hospital, he didn't stop. He kept moving forward, inch by inch, step by step, even when the road was steep and lonely. That is the mark of a true fighter. Around the world, people began to see Imran Khan not only as a sports star, but as a man who continually reinvented himself. From athlete to humanitarian, to a public figure who spoke about justice, integrity, and building a better future. Whether people agreed with him or not, whether they supported him or not. One thing was clear: Imran Khan had become a symbol of persistence. He was not perfect. He was human. But he was a human who refused to quit. A human who stood back up every time he was knocked down. A human who kept walking toward his purpose even when the world questioned him. And that is what makes a story inspirational. Not the victories, but the courage to walk through every defeat. Life always tests those who try to change something, whether it's the world or themselves. Imran's journey became tougher, more complicated, more demanding. Every chapter brought new obstacles: physical, emotional, personal, and public. At times, it felt like the world was pushing him back into the shadows, but he didn't break. Because some people are carved by their pain, they are shaped by their hardships, and they transform pressure into power. Imran Khan's life is proof that destiny does not always choose the strongest. Sometimes it chooses the most resilient. Through every high and low, something inside Imran remained unshaken. A belief that his life was meant for something bigger. A belief that every setback was a setup for a comeback. A belief that hardship is not the end, but the beginning of a new chapter. And that belief, that burning fire, that fighter's spirit, is what makes his journey unique. Not because of fame, not because of success, but because of resilience. Resilience is when a person says, "I will rise again, even if I rise alone." Part 2 ends here. If you want, I will now continue with Part 3, final cinematic ending. Includes full emotional conclusion, biggest lessons from his life, the Shoaib story's ending. Thank you for watching outro. Just say, continue Part 3.